doing some quick food preps for a couple day trip up to Flagstaff, and we don't want to do a whole lot of cooking, making it quick and simple and easy. Just a couple of day trip, get out of the heat. Want to see our daughter for a day or two. I want all of it. Ooh, nice, cool, refreshing drink. Almost ready to go.
You got a sweatshirt, right?
Yep. So we're on our way up to Flag. Help our daughter move again. The one thing I'm not used to is stuff sliding around in the van all the time. Be taking a corner and all of a sudden something slide all the way across the van. I'm like, dang, never had to deal with this in my truck. Almost right on time, huh? Biff's Bagels. All right, we made it to Flagstaff. We just paid for a campsite in the city limits. The reason we're here is our daughter is moving, so we're helping her move. We just saw it as a good opportunity to try the van out and stay overnight. And I can tell you what already, man, I watch a lot of other van life channels, and they always say this, you know, they're talking about the same thing, airflow and bug screens and different things that they wish they had, or live in your van before you plan it out. And I totally agree. I mean, we just took a nap for half an hour and I can already, I'm gonna have to have it this way or that way, or airflow is a key, or we decided to pop up here for a couple of days and try the van out, help our daughter out a little bit, and already I can see things that I'm gonna want to plan in that I know, you know, when you're thinking about it, you're thinking, oh, I want this and I want that, and you're gonna change your mind. So, you know, definitely feel it out. I'm gonna do the interior of my build with 80/20, so whatever I do, it'll be easy to change. And if you're just starting out, or like I am, you want to feel your van out, or your RV, or whatever you're gearing out. You want to feel it out a little bit before you make stuff permanent. And glad we're doing this, because it's definitely opened my eyes up to what I want in the van, what I need in the van, what I will use, what I won't use, stuff like that. And this is just the first little overnighter. I realized that we could have easily found like BLM land to camp at, but since we're here to help our daughter out, we wanted a place in close by. And a little funny little story about this place that we're at. It's called Woody's. For those of you in Arizona, you know what I'm talking about. It's a little bit noisy. You could probably hear a little bit of the traffic in the background. I don't really care about that. We just wanted to be within a couple minutes of our daughter. So, but yeah, it's a funny little story about our first time last year, about a year and a half ago now. We sold our business and packed everything up, put it in storage, and I had bought a 25-foot RV several months before that, but I hadn't had a chance to take it out, hadn't had a chance to check the water lines, nothing. So we pulled in, we hooked everything up, and we're sitting there. Everything's been hooked up, water pressure, power, all that stuff's been hooked up for about 10 minutes. And next thing you know, yeah, I'm rushing around. One of our PEX lines broke, and so I mean, it was our first night. We hadn't even overnighted yet. So next thing you know, I'm making a trip to Home Depot. I didn't have any of the tools I needed, like the PEX tools and stuff like that. So I'm like, not even one night in the RV, and I'm already like tearing crap apart and trying to fix stuff. And it was just kind of funny. We came back to the same spot, but it's a lot different now. I'm in the van, and we still have the RV, so we'll see how it goes. Will you be using that? All right, and here we're coming up to our camp spot in my van. Haven't named it yet. I was thinking about Goldie, but not sure. Don't even know what gender it is yet, but super happy with it so far. I happen to have some wood so I could lever roll out a little bit. It's not perfect, but it works. Oh, I guess I better unlock it. Hopefully this door doesn't break too. Pretty simple setup. Simple bed platform. Got our cooler. Got our supplies. Blackouts. It's all good. Just a little weekend trip. Oh, this thing's seen better days. All janked up. Don't sit right. It's all broken. Well, it's on the list to get a new one, because this thing's beat up. What was it you said? It's not like pushing a button on a Keurig. Definitely going to be changing that bed up. I did not sleep very well on that thing last night. I mean, I'll get by, but old RV flip couch bed. I actually climbed up into the front seat and tried to sleep up in the passenger seat, but it's alright. It's good to figure all this little stuff out right now before I do the actual build. I think I'm going to do like a slide out slat futon like thing. Definitely worth coming out in a very crude setup, you know, just kind of feeling out things that I want. A couple of things I noticed right away, like van gets dirty fast. Airflow is a big thing. Like, what kind of things am I going to want in there for power? The bed, I mean, how I'm going to want the galley set up. I kind of had to have a good idea for that. All little things that you wouldn't really know until you actually spend some time in the van sleeping. And for a while, I'm just going to be a weekender kind of thing until I'm in a different scenario, but I don't know how long it's going to take me to build. I was kind of hoping on about 6 months, but all the other builders and creators that I follow, they all say about the same thing. If you're planning on a 6-month build, plan on it taking you 10 months to a year, so a little longer than I want, but I understand it. You know, it takes a little bit of time to figure that stuff out, and you can't just slap something together. It needs to be done right. The next part of my build is doing the floors. I have to deal with topical rust. I want to fill in some holes and then get kills mat on the entire floor, and then from there I need to make up my mind on if I want to insulate further on the floor or not. I don't plan on spending a lot of time in cold country, so I'm not so concerned about that part of it. The next question I have, the decision I have is when I use 80-20, am I going to bolt it through the floor, attach the 80-20 on top of the plywood, or am I going to bolt it on top of the kill mat? I'm going to have to make these decisions at some point. I'm a little ways away from ordering 80-20. That's a little pricey. I don't have that kind of money at the moment. But I will end up doing the topical rust and the primer at some point soon. So all these little things is you got to do in order. You know, you can't just start building away. So we'll see how it rolls. All right, we're all packed up and getting ready to go help our daughter move to a new house. Trip out of the park here for you. Pivot, pivot.